It appears I found a little bit of a bug within Genshin Impact. Sadly, nothing game-breaking, but we know that we can toggle the UI now. It doesn't toggle this. However, as some of you are probably aware, I was away for a little over a week, and so I decided instead of just logging back in, I would wait a couple extra days, because once you hit 2 weeks of not playing on the account, you get the Stellar Reunion Blessing, and now we can farm whatever we want. I thought that'd just be more fun for a video where I can actually make any progress that I desire, and it does give us some Mora and character XP, as well as some weapon XP. So it might not actually be the most efficient use of time, but the fact that I could get more stuff by playing less just seemed really appealing. So for 2 weeks, I get all of these buffs and a bunch of free stuff. I think waiting a couple extra days was worth it. And since I've been gone for a while, we do have new banners to pull on, I think. Wait, I need to make sure. Yeah, okay, these are new. Ironically, the last time I pulled was exactly 1 month ago. As this is a new month, I already got the intertwined fates, but we can get 5 acquaint fates. And with the rule change that we made, I believe in the previous episode, we can use these right away. So we will do our 5 acquaint fates instant purple. We love to see that. And it oh, yes, please. Oh, last episode we got Rosaria. This episode we got Beidou. And those are like 2 of the characters that I wanted the most on this account. I think the only one left that I really want is Xingqiu, which we're clearly going to get that today as well. That is all of our acquaint fate pulls. Cannot complain at all. But now I have to make a decision because we changed the rules that we do a 10 pull on each weapon banner and character banner. But right now we have a Chronicled banner as well. I think to stay within the realm of the rules, we will only do a 10 pull on either the character banner or Chronicle banner, meaning I can go ahead and just do a 10 pull on the weapon banner. Do I want to set it? I mean, I don't need to set, of course. I'll do it anyways, because what if we get triple 5 stars or double 5 stars or whatever would guarantee it? There. Engulfing lightning. Give me. That's not gold. What are we getting? What are we getting? Can I greed? Can I get double 4 stars? First 4 star. It's wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, stringless. Wait, that's so good for official. This is why I didn't want to plan out who I was going to build or what I was going to do today, because I knew the pulls might change that. But back to what I was saying about having to make a decision. Do I pull on Resin's banner, my favorite character in the game? And she's obviously a huge fan of me. So like maybe she'd give me something good, but we have a very high chance of getting these characters. And no offense, but I don't think I really need them. I mean, Toma would be kind of cool, but if I pull on this banner, I believe there's an equal chance of getting pretty much any 4-star. And since we want a Hydro sword character, being Xingqiu, I'm going to lock in Ayato. And before you go and say it, this is not wasting pity. I know this banner disappears, but building pity on a character 5-star banner is kind of useless for us anyways. And yes, going for a weapon on here might be a good idea, but we get 1 10 pull. But if I could get a free mist splitter, that would be so good. What is that? I did already pull on the weapon banner, so I feel it's only fair to choose a character here. And now, please do not be gold. Okay, thank goodness. I made the right choice. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. We didn't see what we got yet. Oh, ironically, we still got a weapon, and I think it's the one we've gotten so many of already. But perhaps maybe a double 4-star, because that was kind of an early 4-star. Maybe not. Ironically, I was most excited to pull on this banner on this account, but we got better stuff from the other 2 banners. Look at this. Look at this. Official, meet the stringless. Pretty much the best weapon I'm going to get for you. But now we also have Beidou. Obviously, she's currently level 1, so I don't know how much we're going to be using her, but I figure I can give her the Rain Slasher for now. It's already leveled and it has a decent enough passive for her, especially if we were to use her in an electrocharge team. Although we are kind of missing the crucial part of an electrocharge team, being the Hydro. Xingqiu, please come home. Although technically, we could just use an on-field Barbara, and then we could throw an Aurora on. And I know Aoife is good for electrocharge, but then we would need off-field Hydro, as we've said already. So for now, I guess something like that could kind of work. And let me just say, I'm very happy that we got the stringless. However, there is a little bit of a problem with it. I do not have much weapon XP material, and I'm completely out of ores, as I just found out. So even at the blacksmith, I can't make any more right now. So as we could see, I can only get this up to level 44, and that's not exactly ideal. Oh, well, Okay, I forgot about that. Thank you, Stellar Reunion. Now I can get the bow to level 48. Huge improvement. Also, I did read some of the comments about Sethos's play style. Obviously, you have the version where you spam the charged attacks and not use his burst, or the version where you use his burst and then spam normal attacks, but obviously that third attack is very slow. And what some people said is you actually want to animation cancel, and I don't know if I'm doing this right, correct me, but is this like the animation that cancel that they want, or is there a way to do it faster? I guess you could do it this way as well, where you wait to actually walk in between. Oh, that didn't work. But what I'm doing is attacking twice and then pressing forward walk 3 times really fast, which is hard to do while talking. It also seems very inconsistent. Maybe you do just want to hold the W in between. So let's see. We would put down this and then do that and attack. No, we don't want the third attack. It's way too slow. I don't know. Maybe I should just look it up. I Googled it. I did my research, and you pretty much just do this. You hold W, you click twice, and you repeat. Oh, I forgot, because we swapped the Favonius bow off of Fischl, I now have a leveled one already. That saves me a lot of resources. In order to level up some of our weapons, though, I don't necessarily know how efficient this is gonna be, but I figure I can go around and just try to collect some ores. As I go around and do this, I'm actually going to be smart and put a marker on the map so I remember these spots, thereby giving myself less excuses to not repeatedly do this. Oh, this is going to be satisfying. If I had a Zhongli, this would be even more satisfying. I went ahead and farmed ores for about 30 minutes, and that allows us to essentially craft 1 time, which means I would have to do this every single day. That doesn't sound too appealing. However, our resin is currently sitting at max, and since we can farm whatever we want, I figure we should probably do that. Although I have to be honest, as I'm farming here, I am using Beidou even though she's level 1, so it's not like she's getting her burst too frequently, but when she does get it, it's just quite satisfying to use. I mean, she is kind of like a watered down version of Raiden Shogun in that she does coordinated electro attacks, and we all know how I feel about Raiden Shogun. So I really do want to build Beidou, I just don't have the resources to do so. We do not have enough materials to bring the stringless up to level 50, as well as ascend it again. And I have a feeling this will go absolutely horrendously, but this event has 1 day left, and essentially what I would have to do is not use the trial character at all, but still try to get at least 6,000 points, because then at least we can get the primos. Let's see how terribly this is gonna go. Obviously, you saw I'm on the 2nd lowest difficulty, and we are very slowly taking out the enemies. Kind of painfully slowly. I don't think we're gonna be able to take out this. No, we're not. So first half, we got 400 points. Oh, I just realized I brought 3 pyro characters, which means I can't even proc overload because I'm not allowed to use Faressa. That was kind of stupid. Look, I did it. I got 1,000 points. Pretty sure that's the absolute maximum you could possibly get. We can just completely ignore this, but that's okay because there's another event that just started. Oh, would you look at that? In this event, you will play as characters you cannot use on this account. Oh, and it's all in co-op. I see. I actually think that the game is against us making progress on this account because it just knows what to roll into to make me sad every single time. Okay, guys, do me a favor. Don't tell the viewers that I'm leveling up Beidou. They don't need to know this because then they'll say that I'm spreading my resources across too many characters, and they would be right. But let's not forget, as I do this, I do get some free acquaint fates. And in my defense, I've been saying for quite a while how much I do want a Beidou on this account. Plus, I get more free stuff. So I don't see the problem here. And the game potentially rewarded us. It does depend on how it rolls, but it could be an upgrade for Sethos. 4th stat, attack percent. That is not bad. Oh, a lot of attack percent. Of course, something I kind of forgot about is the fact that I do need to go around and collect up all this jade. You would almost think that this is a Minecraft video with how much off-camera mining I have to do. Okay, I got enough materials to allow us to ascend Beidou 2 times. I did somehow forget about character XP. So what level can I actually bring her up to? 59. You know what? That's okay. Since I can't ascend her again yet anyways, it's probably better to not max her. That way we'll save on a little bit of XP by just farming enemies. hoarders. Although once again, we get free stuff, so I probably could use that to max her out. But I will wait until I actually have this stuff. Of course, the hardest thing for us to get are more of the jade. Only way I can really do that right now is if I go into co-op. Also, shout out to the electro hypostasis. I think I've gotten 3 drops every single time. Now, here's the thing. I probably could get enough to ascend Beidou one more time. Again, I do have to go into co-op, but I feel like taking a character to the 3rd ascension is not really that big of a deal, at least for being the main thing that I do in a video. Though I know that that character XP is going to be quite an issue for us. But even in spite of that, I'm going to see just how far I'm able to bring Beidou in this one video, which I have about 1 day left to work on. Obviously, the main thing that I want to use Beidou for is her burst. So I do want to level up her skill as well. But for right now, I'm going to focus solely on the burst. And look, maybe at some point there's a better craftable claymore for her. But considering how bad the weapon XP situation is, let's stick with the one that's level 80. So if we want to ascend Beidou again, we're definitely going to need more XP. Then the next stage requires another 15 jade. I'm not too worried about these other drops. And beyond that, we need another 45 on top of what we need. So 60 more jade. Oh, I can't go into co-op right now. This random side quest, that's what's preventing me from going into co-op? Why? Well, hopefully from doing this, we can get some character XP. I know that we already did some of this when we were hunting for weapons for Candace, but I think this is where we got the last weapon that we needed, so I don't think I finished any of these towers. Actually, just by looking at the thing in the center, we did not finish any of them. Until now, that is. And this is one of those rare instances where an amber is actually useful, because I forget the gimmick for this. I know you have to light them all, but I don't remember what the order is or how they work. I just keep shooting until they're all lit. Oh, okay, that was actually pretty quick. Thank goodness I got my second max refined fillet blade out of that. Probably never gonna use the first, but now I have 2. Ooh, parkour one. Lanyan is great here, though it would be nice if her skill cooldown was just a tad shorter. Oh, enemies. This is not a team that is suited for combat. All right, Amber, go. Do your stuff. Huge damage from Amber. Oh, perfect counter. I'm shocked that that did not go worse. Luckily, that was the only thing preventing me from going into co-op, meaning I guess now I have to go invade some worlds. All right, I found a world that let me in because it was open and they're AFK. It's kind of funny because someone else is also in this world right now. Now, we need to be careful because this world is on the highest world level, and I'm running around with a level 59 unbuilt Beidou. Though, let's be honest, even if I was using my most built character to run around, I would probably still die in 1 to 2 hits. But as you could probably expect, I'm just gonna go around and collect up a bunch of jade. I doubt anything too exciting is gonna happen, considering one person is AFK and the other one, I think, is just gathering stuff. They're doing something over in Atlan. We need to try and not draw the attention of... Oh, no. I may have died. Look, Beidou is doing the best that she can, and I'm not giving her much to work with. Yo, I'm just curious, when people leave the world open and go AFK like this, what are they doing? Because, you know, in some games, you can go AFK and farm stuff. This ain't one of those games, though. So that means their phone or computer is just on with Genshin running, and they don't get anything out of it. But yeah, obviously I get something out of it, but I'm just curious, if any of you leave your worlds AFK, why do you do it? Holy, this spider is so tanky. Or I guess more accurately, this account is so weak. And I'm well aware that that is like 20% RNG based on drops in the game and 80% my own fault, but that doesn't mean it's any less true. And now that I just mentioned how weak this account is, let's see if we could actually if we could take on some bandits, because I would love to get drops in a higher world level world, and we need these drops for our Beidou. Okay, I finally took them down, and I would say that was not worth it. We got very few drops from that. I know I just said it wasn't worth it, but there's 3 bandits there, heading towards 3 bandits there. I also don't know why I'm calling them bandits when they're treasure hoarders. Not sure where that came from. And the more clumped up they are, the more enticing it is for me to fight them. Okay, this batch was maybe also not really worth it, but I'm sure we're gonna need all of those drops anyways. All right, I think we are ready to head back to our world. Now, like I mentioned, XP is gonna be an issue, but we will bring her up to level 60 and then ascend her. Bring her to level 62. Wait, okay, this helps. helps. And now I'm gonna go around and try to farm some ley lines because I desperately need character XP. And I also realized that I forgot to use my double bonuses for today. That is definitely something I need to remember to do. Otherwise, I'm basically wasting the Stellar Reunion. I specifically picked the ley lines in Liyue because I want to get these guys. This is making me want a Xingqiu so bad. Is that enough XP? It is. Not by much, but we take that. And then we can ascend Beidou again. You can't really level her up yet, but I think 1 away from max is good. For me, that's good, especially considering we just got her in this video. Then burst, we level up, we do some crafting, a little more farming, and then we bring Beidou's talent up to level 6, but that's not all because it also goes to level 7. Now let's briefly talk about sets for Beidou. She has a couple of different artifact sets that work well on her, but ideally I want to aim for the Emblem of Severed Fates. That both helps her with energy recharge because her burst does cost 80 and also makes her burst do a little more damage. At least one person is probably going to say that that's a stupid idea, but to me, it makes sense. And it even further makes her into like a mini Raiden Shogun. I don't know about most people, but other than level 9, if a talent is on an odd number, it just kind of bothers me. So I would like to try and fix that. I'm very close to being able to do so, but I do need to wait for my resin to replenish a little. I already did spend some primos today, so I don't want to spend 100, and so I shall wait. But in the meantime, we do have 3 acquaint fates for leveling up and ascending Beidou. Based on pity, I expect nothing here, but I would love a surprise early 4-star. Sadly, we don't see that. Through the magical powers of editing, it is now the next day, and normally I wouldn't be able to farm this because it's Monday and it's not open, except it is because of the Stellar Reunion. It just makes playing this game so much more convenient. I still find it wild that they have not removed restrictions on farming certain things each day, but at this point, it doesn't seem like they're ever going to. However, with just a bit of farming, we are able to get this burst up to level 8, and that feels so much better. I suppose I will also put just a little bit into the skill. Oh, and I really mean a little bit. I am out of treasure hoarder insignias. I've also now gone and farmed a couple ley lines, so we got all of our daily bonuses out of the way, and Beidou can go up to level 76. Now, I would like to try to get at least like 1 or 2 artifacts. This never tends to go well. And like I mentioned, we are going to be going for Severed Fates. The Shimanoa set is also not bad to have free attack percent on the 2-piece. So it's also, in my opinion, one of the more efficient domains. Also, I brought in an Electro team to a domain that you don't really want Electro in. I'm not used to having to do so many rotations to take down these enemies. Usually it's like 1 rotation and they're done, but I've done 4 just to get rid of him. Ooh. That could be decent. I'm just gonna wait until the end to power stuff up because we might get something even better. And also right now I have like no artifact fodder. I think right now I'm really hoping to get a Sans because while the other pieces that I have in beta right now might not be the best, at least I have pieces equipped. The only Severed Fate Sans that I currently have is a defense percent. So I'd prefer to avoid using that. But apparently the game only wants to give me flowers. Ooh, look at those juggling skills. Okay, so I farmed this 5 times with condensed resin, 1 time with no condensed resin, and this is the last time with no condensed resin. I just realized and remembered that if you stand on the part of the floor that is either cryo or pyro, it buffs that element. I know they literally could not make it any more obvious because the entire floor is glowing, but somehow I completely forgot. Also, the Diona death count for this domain is currently at 4. We unfortunately did not get any Sans, so let's see if we can change that. We have this Sans, which is attack percent, but like the worst substats you could get. And this one, defense percent. Okay, not ideal. It's insane, but I'm actually going to hold on to that attack percent one for the time being. And we will just trade in the other stuff. Come on, Sans. Attack percent Sans. That... Nope, okay. So then we're just gonna put this here for now. I'm not gonna level that. And then I do want to power up this... Well, I don't really want to power up this flower anymore. I'll bring it up to level 16, which is another flat attack roll. Then we'll try the flower, because at least this gives us flat attack. Okay. I mean, like, it gives us flat attack just for leveling it, but flat defense is my favorite stat in the whole game. Oh, yeah, flat HP, thank you. Ooh, we're actually really close to another acquaint fate. Let's see if we can get that. Since I have to do one of these, I'm gonna do the domain one, meaning I will spend the last 2 of our fragile resin. However, I won't condense it because I do need to run this domain 6 more times to get that not achievement, but whatever you want to consider it. Oh, why did I bring this team in here again? This should be the last run. And let me say, this has not gone smoothly. Diona has died almost every time. Gaming has died maybe 3 out of the 6 times. And we've gotten not a single good artifact. Once we're done in here, I'm gonna check the 4-star pieces we got as well. Because if there's a good 4-star piece, I will use it. That is how desperate I am. Why is it always a goblet with defense percent that gets double crit? When am I gonna use that? The answer is never. There goes our one acquaint fate. It is blue. And now, do we have any artifacts on this set? EM. Okay, no. We have 2 defense percents or an EM 4-star. Though I will say the 4-star feather we got is better. I'm gonna use it as long as it doesn't roll the flat HP. And it rolled flat HP. Okay, we are done leveling that up. Now, as much as I'd love to keep running the RNG wheel that is artifact farming, I feel like the smarter thing for us to do is for the rest of our stellar reunion buff, we'll continue to farm things that are usually not open all the time, as I think that will be the best use case of our resin. So probably just a lot of working on talents and also working on weapons a little bit, though that's obviously very difficult for us right now, but it is very necessary for us to do so. However, you guys gotta agree, right? We made some decent progress with this character considering that we just got her, and we just need to completely ignore the artifact page. With that being said, though, I hope you guys did enjoy, and as always, I will see you all next time.